This is Stephen Wachowski from Christian Music Network, and we're with John Fitzpatrick, the band Fecks. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. How are you?
Good, 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 good. So, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is John Fitz. I play in a band that's actually called Fitz. Two of
Okay,
us actually share the same name. That's kind of why we named it. And I'm the songwriter in the band. So I considered doing John Fitz, but I didn't really want to do like a solo type thing right now.
right.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
Cool, 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 cool. You have a couple of songs. Tell me about Go Back.
Go back again. So I'm in recovery from heroin addiction. It's been 5 years now. So it was a long journey, truthfully, where I tried over and over again to get sober, but wasn't able to. I almost died, obviously, in addiction. By the grace of God, I did not. And when I got sober 5 years ago, I picked up my guitar for the first time in a long time, and I started writing songs. I was going through something called trauma counseling at the time at America's Keswick in Whiting, which is how I wound up in South Jersey. I'm from the New York area.
Okay,
And I just started writing. And so go back again is really just a prayer. It's a prayer to God, literally just saying, don't ever let me go back. Don't ever let me go back again. And thankfully, he's kept me from ever, diving back into that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Go back again is just really a prayer. Yeah.
great, great. Well, congratulations for 5 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Somebody in my family, has has an alcohol addiction, and he goes on and off. So
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
just
Yeah.
praying for him. That he finally gets clean. You know.
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah,
you
it's a
know.
tough thing, man.
Yep, yep. It is tough. Okay. Tell me about the song "In Memory of John Fecsko."
Yeah, John Fecsko. So that's actually called Remember You. So John was a good friend of mine, and also in recovery. And he'd gotten out of a program, which is actually where I met him. And he got out. He had a wife and 7 children, and he wound up relapsing. It wasn't even on his drug of choice, but it was laced with fentanyl. It wasn't
Wow.
even heroin. Uh, and yeah, they found him. Unfortunately, they found him dead in his truck, in his work truck. He pretty much died instantly, I'd imagine. So when I got the news, me and a few friends, we went to the funeral, and that night after the funeral, a buddy of mine, Corey Lentz, started writing a poem, and he only had a few lines, and he knows I'm a songwriter, and he said to me, like, "Do you think we could do something with this?" And I was like, "You know what? I think we can." So him and I, for the next 8 hours probably that night, 6 hours, and then the next couple of days, we just got together and just worked on it. And actually, a couple other guys joined in, and yeah, we finished a song for John called "Remember You." I actually became very close friends with his wife through this process, and we sent the song. We made a video in memory of him, and we sent the song to his wife and to his children, to bless them, or whatever, in memory of John.
Right.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. So, tell me about the song Rosalina.
Yeah, Rosalina. So that's actually about my daughter, Samantha.
Okay.
Her name is Samantha Rose. When she was a little girl, I nicknamed her Rosalina as a joke, but she loved it so much so that when she graduated 8th grade, she made them announce her as Samantha Rosalina Fitzpatrick. So unfortunately, when I got sober, she actually stopped talking to me. Obviously it had been tough on her. I was kind of in and out a little bit. So her and I relationship had gotten strained. My wife had left me. We got divorced because of my addiction. My wife, who I'm very, very close friends with now, but obviously I put her through a lot. And Samantha just wouldn't talk to me. So I had written her a song that was more like an apology called "If You Ever," which is something I'm actually recording now.
Okay.
But she felt like it was too much. It was just too emotional, too deep. So I decided to write Rosalina, and I kind of made it a little more. I still mean it. It's still serious, but it's also a little more lighthearted. It's kind of like a stalker song where I'm a little more friendly and funny in it. Yet it's still, very serious. But that is to my daughter, Samantha
Right.
Rosalina.
Okay, good. So where can we get your music?
You can get it on all platforms. It's under the band Fitz, Fitz. It's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you name it. It's on all the platforms right now. There's a few out there, about 5 or 6. There's about to be 2 more, probably by the end of next week. I'm going into the studio tomorrow night to finish Child of God, which is pretty much like I don't know, that's like probably our main song, I guess you would say. That'll be done tomorrow night, so I'll probably be posting that by the end of the week, if not early next week, on all the platforms. So yeah, you can go to the platforms, type in Fitz, and there's a million Fitzes. That's the only problem, and we're not, we don't have enough traction yet. So if you put in Fitz and then type in like Fitz space Rosalina or Fitz space Go Back Again or See You in My Dreams or one of the songs, they'll come up and you'll see our artist page. So
Okay, cool. So how can we contact you?
You could email me. It's jjfitzpat Fitzpat @gmail.com. You could also go to the website, which is Fitzband, www.fitzband.com, and that'll link you to there's like a page on there where you could then email me, and I'll get it from there as well. So yeah, you can go to the website fitzband.com or just email me.
Awesome. So when you do concerts, what are they like? So when you do
I'm
concerts,
sorry, was there a
yeah,
question there? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
what are your concerts like when you do them?
Well, to me, this band is more of a ministry. So for the most part, I mean, it's a regular, it's obviously a concert. I mean, we 3 of us in the band are in recovery. But what we play music. My music tells a story of my life for the most part. A lot of it tells a story of some of the things I've been through, some of the close people around me. I've written songs about their lives and what they've gone through. A couple songs like that. So pretty much it's a mixture of music, but also testimony, where we talk and we tell our stories of what God has done in our lives. That there's hope in Christ, and there's freedom from addiction and from whatever you're going through. It doesn't have to be addiction. It could be, we all got stuff, man. And there's so many things that people struggle with, and that's really what it's about. It's about the music, but it's also about the story. So it's not just about the music. So.
Okay. Cool. So what's ahead for you?
Say it again.
What's ahead for you?
So right now we're finishing the album. I canceled a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't take on any new shows for a while. I'm working with a producer, a few different amazing engineers we're working with. There's some really cool stuff on the horizon. We have a meeting, hopefully it looks like in November, with Republic Records. God knows, we'll see what happens there. They've already said some pretty cool stuff about the music, but I don't count my chickens before they hatch, if you will. But really what's ahead right now is to finish the album. I mean, I have 5 completed right now on the platforms, I think, 5 or 6, and I want to go 12 or 14. So the goal is to be, by the end of the year, by December, by January, to be completely done with the album, to have a minimum of 12 songs. I mean, 10 at the bare minimum. But I will say, as we go, we are putting them out there. So, yeah.
Cool. Do you have any advice for other musicians?
Advice for other musicians. That's such a tough thing. Everybody's got such a different thing. I would say advice for songwriters. would just be to go deep. There's so many songs out there, especially in the Christian platform right now, in the Christian arena, that are just, they're just kind of similar. They all, in a sense, a lot of them sound the same, and they're writing about the same kind of stuff. I would really encourage people to go deep into themselves, like a songwriter, like
Sure.
what makes your music unique, and that's going to be your story, your perspective, what you've been through, your walk with God. So if you could somehow tie that into, whether it be praise or worship music or whatever you want to call it, if you could somehow tie that in and make it your own, I believe that's like where the beauty, is found. Because if you tap into that realness, your own truth, in a sense, someone
Mhm.
else will be able to relate to that. So yeah.
Great, 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 great. I'd like to thank you for coming on, John. It was my pleasure. Any last words?
No, man, that's really it. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, yep, yep. And we're looking forward to this album coming out and everything else that's coming up. So, and God bless you in all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it.
Yep. And good night.
Have a great night. God bless you.
Okay. Bye. Bye.